Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 30th of June, and on today's podcast, we will be covering KURU, Angela Merkel. Also, we will be going over the Dalai Lama. A lot coming out into the news lately, and we will get to it as quick as possible. But before we do so, would you please welcome my new sponsor, MyPatriotSupply.com. Hey guys, we've seen some devastating weather disasters recently. Too much of our nation's farmland remains underwater, and storms continue to rake the heartland, knocking out power repeatedly to millions. It's been a bad year so far, and hurricane and wildfire seasons are just getting underway. When emergencies strike and the power goes out closing stores, you should have a backup food supply standing by, in your home, ready for use. Have you seen the 2-week food supply in a locking tote from My Patriot Supply? If not, get online now and get one. Right now, this 2-week emergency food kit is being sold at 45% off the regular price when you go to my special website, preparewithtrureporting.com. Breakfast, lunches, and dinners that last up to 25 years. My Patriot Supply ships fast too. In one business day, it's right to your door. When it's breaking news, it's too late to prepare. Do this now so there are no surprises, and save 45% at preparewithtrureporting.com. That's preparewithtrureporting.com. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So many of you are familiar with KURU. If you are not, you're about to be in for a rude awakening, but it has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with children. So what do the elite feast on? What do the elite know? Basically, they know a ton about esoteric. They know about a lot about the age reversal process. Why do you think they go to Haiti? Why do you think they adopt children? So on and so forth. There is a disease called KURU. And basically, when you get this disease, a lot of the symptoms are shaking, involuntary laughter. It's almost like your body, your brain is breaking down. You almost have signs of Parkinson's, but it isn't Parkinson's. It's more of shivering, not more or less you cannot ride or control your body, much like Michael J. Fox, something of that magnitude. Something, this is obviously something that is eating away at these people, per se. KURU is a rare and fatal nervous system disease. Its highest prevalence occurred during the 1950s and 1960s among the 4 people in the highlands of New Guinea. The 4 people contracted the disease by performing cannibalism on corpses during funeral rituals. The name KURU means to shiver or tremble in fear. The symptoms of the disease include muscle twitching and loss of coordination. Other symptoms include difficulty walking, involuntary movements, behavioral and mood changes, dementia, and difficulty eating. The latter can cause malnutrition. KURU has no known cure. It's usually fatal within 1 year of contraction. And as we've been told from the Alliance, is that we may be seeing a lot of these elite people, their health diminish. So, coming at us from the incarnated ET, please follow him on Twitter. Concerns for German Chancellor Angela Merkel's health grow once more as she is filmed struggling to keep her composure and visibly shaking during an official ceremony for the second time this month. And as you can see from the intro video, that she was permanently shivering, and we can see here KURU causes symptoms and diseases. People know. People are awaking, right? We can just go through this. Just go through it. It's always, is she having heat stroke? Is she dehydrated? No. This is something of another realm, per se. This is something on another level. We can see her here. She looks off, to be honest. She looks very uneasy, and we are all aware of this. They eat kids, guys. This is not something that is taken lightheartedly. This is something that is it's very shocking to the system, and a lot of people know about it that have been doing their research. Trump knows it. That's why he says these people are sick. He knows what they do. They have made a pact with the devil. They do a lot of horrible things, and they will get what they deserve in the end. So, from the Sharp Edge, please follow her on Twitter. The Dalai Lama, in an interview published Thursday, criticized President Trump, saying he has a lack of moral principle. The critique of Trump is a flip from his remark in 2016 that he had no worries about Trump. What changed, we ask? The Dalai Lama, in an interview published Thursday, criticized President Trump, saying he has a lack of moral principle. Lack of moral principle? Let that sink in for a moment, as we see the Dalai Lama here with Keith Raniere, a man that has just been sentenced to life in prison for trafficking and enslaving women and little girls. Right? An executive secretary of the Dalai Lama Trust, Lama Tenzin Doden, was suspended from overseeing the fund after accusations of the financial improprieties. Despite a vow of celibacy, Doden was involved in a sexual relationship with NXIVM's Sarah Bronfman. Wow. This is from the Frank Report. I suggest following the Frank Report, as they have been tuning into this trial day in and day out, and they are very intricate with it. Beyond associations with the NXIVM and Keith Raniere, convicted of sex trafficking and possession of CP. If you don't know what that is, please research that. Like the sex abuse scandal in the Catholic Church, Dalai Lama says he knew about the countless sex abuse allegations against Buddhist teachers since the 90s, and it's nothing new. Wow. Let's take a look at this video.
Let's now shift our attention to some other stories. When a shocking revelation, the Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, has admitted to having prior knowledge about sexual misconduct by Buddhist teachers. In a 4-day visit to the Netherlands, the Dalai Lama has interacted with victims of sexual abuse allegedly committed by Buddhist teachers. In a press conference after the meeting, the Dalai Lama said, and I quote, "I already did know of these things, and nothing is new." The dozens of the victims had in fact launched a petition asking to meet the 82-year-old spiritual leader who is on a tour of Europe. Now, the meeting with the 4 victims lasted for around 20 minutes, during which the Dalai Lama heard the written testimonies of about 12 sexual abuse victims. The Dalai Lama's admission to knowing about sexual misconduct since the early 90s comes just a week after an international Buddhist organization apologized for the alleged abuse carried out by its founder, Sogyal Lakar. A representative of the spiritual leader in Europe further added that the Dalai Lama was extremely saddened to hear about the abuse and constantly condemned such behavior.
So, Dalai Lama, you feel bad about knowing these things because you knew about it since the 90s and you didn't speak up about it. You are just as bad as they are. You are just as guilty. You're a horrible human being and pretty much a waste, right? The Sharp Edge says, dark to light. I think POTUS knew. I find hope in the darkest of days and focused in the brightest. The Dalai Lama. This is a tweet from Donald J. Trump. Wow. Since the 60s, there has been close cooperation between the Tibetan community and SOS Children's Villages. In May 1960, the Dalai Lama founded the Tibetan Children's Villages, a member of the SOS Children's Villages. So guys, again, this brings us back to everything from before. Why are they always with kids? Why do they eat people? Why? Are they even people? Are these high elitist people even human beings anymore? Are they soulless? I really want to know these things, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers out there, they don't go that extra step. I want to know what that is. I want to know why they do this, because it has something to do with either entities or aliens or possession, demonic possession. I don't know. Maybe it's just a religion. Maybe they all just know about it and it's passed down from century to century, right? Generation to generation. And this is what we've ended up with. But it's being eradicated. The good news is it is being eradicated. Continuing. Dalai Lama's sister Jetsun Pema, at the behest of her elder brother, became the president of the Tibetan Children's Villages, holding that position 42 years in 2006. SOS Children's Villages is active in 135 countries and territories around the world. It is one of the largest NGOs dedicated to providing loving homes for orphan and abandoned children. Again, more orphanages, more abandoned children. Think Haiti, think kidnapping, think the Catholic Church. Do you see a routine here? Do you see this is more than just a coincidence, that it is their currency, it is their life source, correct? Absolutely. Under the guise of a rescue mission, with aid from, of course, the Clintons, Laura Silsby attempting to cross the Haiti DR border with 33 Haitian children, most of whom weren't orphans. And we've gone over this time and time again. And it's spreading. People will wake up to this. They will research it and they will wake up to it. This is the point of having podcasts, being on YouTube, and not spreading false information, correct? Records show that the Clinton Global Initiative funds SOS Children's Village in China. And I just did that, the video over China and how they basically dismember people and they sell organs. Another lucrative part of trafficking, right? $130,000 for some kidneys, $250,000 for a liver. This is what they do. These people are monsters. Child abductions and trafficking are rife in China, despite repeated police crackdowns, a problem that many experts blame on the nation's strict one-child policy and lax regulations on adoption. Check this out. Between 1990 and 2001, 33 abuse reports were filed coming from the SOS Children's Village of Florida. Think of all the ports that have come into Florida, all those tankers coming in with the container ships coming in on those barges packed with people and drugs, right? The Office of Department of the Children and Families show numerous incidents that came from SOS. Broward County, come on, here we go. My friends, model children's home falls short of expectations in a foster care system where abused children are often shifted from home to home, where siblings grow apart, and where nothing is forever. Guys, I know this is dark. I understand that. But we have to get the word out. This is how people wake up. If it wasn't for the Podesta emails and WikiLeaks, I'm not sure if I would be awake right now. And I think that goes for thousands, tens of thousands of people also believe the same thing. My friends, if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can also donate to this channel by going to my PayPal or Patreon link to keep it afloat, and that description is in the box below. You can also send anything you would like to through our P.O. box. And my friends, please follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. I would greatly appreciate it. We just hit 12,000 followers. Be kind and loving to one another and continue to spread the truth. I will speak with you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.